Hello everyone, welcome back to the Surviving Nairobi Behavior with your girl Sharon Lusambili, the great baby. And this series is one that will be exploring behavioral patterns of a Nairobi babe living under compact circumstances. I don't know if you get what I mean. I am the babe, and those who know me, and if you don't, you're about to find out. I have a mouth on me, so unfortunately, you're all gonna hear from me, okay? So before I get into it, where I am shooting this series is a great Airbnb in Westlands. It's called Matty's Find, and it has all the vibes that you might need for a young, vibrant content creator that you want to do some content here, or if you and your friends want to spend a night somewhere nice. This is where it's at. Call, text, or WhatsApp 0727 901 253. Call, text, or WhatsApp 0727 901 253. Matty's Find. It's where it's at. Now, let's get into it, okay? So, in my prime, listen closely. In my prime, I used to go out, with my friends and stay outside until dawn. And I'm not saying this to like sound cool or special, because a lot of you guys have done this. Even you people that are married now with kids and whatnot and behaving like the good parents of the society, you went through this. Especially the era before COVID. The people who are young then, y'all used to do the most. Hamtoki kwenye kilabu. Vilabu vinaoshwa na nyinyi ndani yake. Hey! Anyway, so that was me. That was me. And my friends, of course, my friends were the same vibe. Shout out to all my friends. Same vibe, hitting it hard, staying all the way up until dawn and then sleep when you can. Because there wasn't much to do then anyway. We were young and with a burst of energy. Yeah. So fast forward past 2020, past, your 25th year, most of you, some of you start slowing down, some of you start picking up the pace. I know how your let bloomers be doing it. Anyway, so I think for me, when I got to my 25th age, I started slowing down just a tiny bit. But still, progress of slowing down. That was like my self-awareness year, my 25th year, and things started slowing down for me. I mean, the outsiding mostly, and then also COVID kind of disrupted the vibe and the culture. Before people could get back to it, when you do something in 21 days, it becomes a habit. So people hadn't gone out for that long. I am people, cause curfew and etc. So right after I started picking up this behavior of every time I go out with my friends, I go out with an intention of coming back in, like immediately, or the closest chance I can get. They will tell you. I'm always wanting to go back home when I'm outside, So it's happened before, so multiple times. I'm always wanting to go back home, but not this particular day. So this particular day is basically last year, December of last year. So a lot of the close people in my life had gone outside town, visiting parents, vacations, and like I say, we are grown. People are with their families, wives, kids, and whatnots, and other friends who are not me. I have to accept that is somewhere in there as well. So this particular December, so a homeboy of ours says, come to my place, let's catch a wine. Okay, drink some wine. Apo sando in a bamba. Anyway, So we go to this fella's place, and get there, first glass of wine. And something else I probably should mention: these days we be day drinking, because the night is for young people. The night, the old people, the grown-ups need to be sleeping, because duty will call you early in the morning and you will struggle through that day. So we'll be doing at 3 p.m. over there, just to end the day nicely so that you can retire early. Okay? You get my point? Yeah? Unanpata? I bet unanpata. So homeboy akatuita, mimi mwenzangu mwingine na mbebe wake hao, tukatua. Because hatuchelewagwi kwenye sherehe. Okay, it's a party for four, but that's a whole crowd as well. So we'll be there talking, chatting, catching up about the year, sipping on some wine, passing it nicely, passing it real nicely. We are all happy about whatever it is that's happening. And then there's this friend of mine who works outside town, okay? His name is Common. Common works outside of town. And then now Common, at this particular point, for some reason, he is in Nairobi. Oh, yeah? Mind you, this is mid-December. We are not yet into like the late 20s. We are at like 18, 19 there about December. So this Jama is in town. He calls me up and he's like, where are you at? I'm like, oh, I'm at Jose's. We are hanging out. Where are you? Are you coming over? And Common, being the Common that Common is, Common definitely will be coming over. Okay? Because he was at Lavington Mall, hanging out or doing some stuff, running errands and whatnot. At Maki at this point it's around 7-ish p.m. going towards 8. That's when he called. Of course, if you ask me, I'm ready to go home. Okay? I've caught my wine. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go home. So we are here. My boy Ngetich comes through. We'll be chatting. And having a good time. Comment calls. He's like, I want to see all of you before I leave town. So hang on. I'm finishing something in Lavington Mall. I'm coming right through. Okay. So the logistic of this situation is where he's coming through to Jose's is farther away from Lavington Mall to my place. Lavington Mall to my place is closer. So what do I say? I say, you know what? Don't even bother. What we can do is I can come through to Lavington Mall, see you, say hello and hello. Because knowing who Common is, the night can end at any time. By any time, meaning 3 days later. So I'd be like, let me come through to Lavington Mall, say hi to you, chit chat, and then head home. Because from Lavington Mall to my place is so close, like literally close. Basically live in Lavi under compact circumstances. Anyway, so Common is like, cool, bet. You let me know when you're leaving and we'll link up. So we have first, this is my second glass of wine. Everything is nice. We're talking about the year. And my homie Jose bought a bike. I think it's a Beamer. Jose, it's a Beamer. If I got it wrong, I'm sorry. But it's one of these fantastic sport bikes. And I hadn't seen it. I knew he had it, but I hadn't actually seen it. So that was, of course, an opportunity to see his bike and whatnot. So at around 9 p.m., I tell my guys, let me head out, go see Common, and then go home. My guys are like, Common is coming here anyway. Why don't you just hang until he comes? Y'all can say hi, we can hang a bit more, and then you go home. Makes perfect sense. But who's Sharon? Always trying to go back home immediately she leaves home. So I insist. I tell them, no, it's no problem. It's no problem. I feel like this is a good idea because home is closer to Lavington Mall anyway. They say, that makes sense. So I call a cab. Cab comes. We go downstairs. And when we got, cause because I'm a lady. They're walking me down as the gentlemen they are. As we go down the stairs, of course, it's an opportunity to see Jose's bike. And I'm so excited. At this point, I'm lightheaded a bit from, of course, the alcohol. In fact, we had ordered food, but the food hadn't gotten there yet. And I was so hungry. Hadn't eaten before I left home. So nilikuwa excited kuuza hiyo food, but sasa sijui discombobulation ilitokea wapi. So sasa niko so excited I'm going to see the bike. We get down, Jose is taking me through the bike, me, teach, limo and whatnot. We're seeing the bike, he's explaining how the bike works. The bike is so heavy, I can't even turn it to stand like properly. If I try to ride a bike, I'd probably die before I do. Like, it's a whole thing, it's a whole situation. And these guys are trying to tell me, bro, the food is almost here. Just chill, eat, and then go, maybe. But I'm like, but the Uber is here too. Sure, you gotta go. So we at this bike, we are hovering over here for like almost 20 minutes. The Uber driver is waiting. And out of all of us, Nyetish is the only person that's sober. So the Uber driver calls me and he's like, Madam, tutatoka kesho ama leo? I'll be like, okay, relax, Wena, relax. Look over to the side, he's just over there just waiting. God bless that guy. So I rush off quickly. I tell my homies bye. I rush off. In my mind, I'm going to Lavington Mall. The pin is going to Lavington Mall to link up with Common and then head home. Okay? Mind you, I'm lightheaded. I've been drinking wine and the wine is winding me up. Anyway, get to the cab. I black out. I black out. And I don't know at what point, but I don't know if it's immediately when he started driving off or was it in the middle of the road somewhere. But I black out in the cab. And I know parents are going to watch this and go like, it's irresponsible considering how many cases of, unfortunate things have happened in cabs. But I did. Blacked right out. But who is the cab driver? Very nice guy, fantastic guy. Drives me all the way to Lavington Mall. And of course, by now it's around 10 p.m. because we've already wasted some 20 minutes around this bike. But it's a fantastic bike, bro. Jesus Christ. Anyway, moving on, we get to Lavington Mall. I think the driver of the cab just looking at me when I was getting into the cab and telling my friends bye, he knew I wasn't 100. He knew I was under the influence, okay? So we drive. I think he was skeptical at some point, but it's like the pin says Lavington Mall. Who am I? I'm only a chauffeur, okay? So he chauffeurs me to Lavington Mall and it's dead in the night, 10 something towards 11. And I'm still blacked out. So he stops the cab at the entrance of Lavington Mall, okay? He taps me. I wake up. I look around, I see the mall, I see the lights, I see some cabs around. He looks at me, he goes like, Madam, siko ubaya lakini hali yenye uko ukweli unaenda shopping saa 5 za usiku Lavington Mall. Huh? Shopping? Saa 5 za usiku Lavington Mall? What you mean, boy? I was going home. So I'm confused. Like, that man threw me off. Common got out of my head, disappeared. Yeah? Disappeared. Like my sense of reasoning. Gonkanji. Home is where I needed to be. So I look at this dere guy, I'm like, you make so much sense. I'm basically Tepes. What am I doing at Lavington Mall dead in the night? What am I, crazy? I am irresponsible. I am an irresponsible adult. What I should have done is I should have gone home. I forgot about Common, by the way. I forgot that we were supposed to meet. I forgot that he was waiting for me at Lavington Mall and all that shenanigan. So Dere asked me politely, where do you live? Let me take you home. I check up my phone. I'm now sober. Because what am I doing at a mall at 11 p.m. Tepes? What? Take my phone, go to the app, change the location details to home, and sit in the cab. He drives me home, like I said, close to home. Drives me home, get home. Of course, I continue with the blacking out that he had interrupted me very politely and thankfully. I just go to bed. I have not eaten. I don't feel hungry. I'm tepes. I've had a good time. I've been hanging out with my friends. It's a fulfilling day. Everything is fine, except the fact that I was supposed to meet Common at Lavington Mall. So I go to sleep. Like the nice shorty I am, like the responsible, finally adult that I should have been when I was putting a mall at, dead in the night. I sleep. The next day I wake up. Fantastic, great wine, no hangovers, no nothing. Just, up to my errands or up to my responsibilities the next day. I look at my phone. I have like 7 missed calls from Common. I'm like, when are you in town? Why are you calling me so many times? Shame on me, man. So I try to call Common back, no answer. I'll be like, it's okay. He'll call me back because Common ni mtu wa mashughuli. You understand, eh? Atanipigia akinipigia. Because me, I don't understand why he's calling me like 7 times in the middle of the night. Common, are you okay? So what I did then, I called Jose, the guy that hosted us the previous day, just to find out maybe Common popped up out of the blue, because it's possible he can, popped out of the blue and they were hanging out and they were like, oh, Sharon, let me hit up Sharon, see you again. That's what I thought. So I called Jose. Jose's like, did you meet Common? I'm like, what you mean did I meet Common? Why? He's like, you left in a hurry. In fact, you didn't eat. You left food. Like, just when you left, the food came. And you were complaining about hunger so much. We were surprised you left because you said you're going to meet Common at Lavington Mall and then head home because you don't want to wait for Common to just come here the way he said he'd come. I'd be like, that's why I was in the mall. Dum. That's why your pin said Lavington Mall. Because you were going to see Common at Lavington Mall and then you go home. But Sharon ni nani, you guys? Sharon ni nani? Sharon ni nani? So up until today, I never told Common why I didn't meet him. He never called back really, but I told Josie and George the story and all of them died because I could have really just hang. It was just that simple. And now I was out here, in the middle of the night going for shopping under the goddamn influence. Children, don't do this at home. Learn from me, your big sister. Yeah. If you have had an experience like this one, please drop me an email at ladylikelusambili@gmail.com. Let me know what your experience was. Nikuje nikushitaki hapa tukuchekelee pamoja vile nyinyi mnataka kunichekelea. Anyway, moving on to the do you really think so segment. Let me see what we have today. Okay. Today, I'm going to explore, a myth about food that we just, comfortably accepted and believe up until today. So, so the myth that carrots improve your eyesight. Do you know where it originated? From the Second World War. So the British military wanted to hide the fact that they were using radar technology to detect enemy planes at night. So when anyone asked, they just said, our pilots eat a lot of carrots. And of course, carrots do actually contain vitamin A, which helps with the health of the eyes. But the way we say it, the way people put it, is like it just magically gives you eagle eye. It doesn't. Like it will eventually, but instant eagle eye, lies. So the British military just didn't want to tell people that they have spyware hovering over them. So they just said, eat healthy, basically, eat carrots. Do you really think so? Let me know in the comments. Okay. And yeah, as we close, my grandmothers, both of them, may they continue resting in peace. I talk to them a lot, and they keep asking me to tell you guys to, watch my content, comment over there. Don't wait until you meet me aside to tell me dope content. Just comment over there for engagement. Repost my posts when you meet them on social media. Share the link to this video to your people. And like, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Lusambili TV. This has been the Surviving Nairobi Behavior by yours truly, Sharon Lusambili, the great baby. Until next time, adios.